Hi, this is Marina from Dark Star Astrology, and today we're going to be looking at the Nicola Bulley case. Now, I know this is a sensitive matter, so this is not monetized, this video. So, I don't want to be making money off anything like that. So, the reason I wanted to look at it is because it's just something very weird about it, and also the fact that there's a few things all together that I just thought, there's a real Neptune theme here. So I thought I'll draw up the chart and see if there is, because then it will be spooky. And it was. So now the time I chose, a little backstory, because it's been all over the British press, but probably not America. Although I have seen that the body language people who are American have kind of looked into it. I thought it was really interesting. They did a really good study of it, of the husband. So so she disappeared on the 27th of January. And they've only, my God, it was only yesterday that they found her body. So it's been nearly a month. And so she was just missing for ages. And she was out walking her dog in a very, a really safe, tiny village where everybody knew each other. Everyone said hello to each other walking their dogs. And then she just disappeared. And it was just highly unusual because those things just don't happen in those areas. It also seemed odd to me because we haven't had any, I think we do have disappearances. And apparently a couple of weeks before, a father, an old guy, disappeared as well, but nobody made a big deal about it. So it kept coming up on Twitter, and I was thinking, people are making such a big deal out of this. I mean, obviously it is a big deal, but people do go missing. But obviously, she's a mother. She's young. She's pretty. It's so sad and so tragic that she leaves 2 kids behind, and a husband as well. So obviously it's a weird one, and also the area where it happened as well. So the themes so I saw it coming up on Twitter, but I thought, why, I don't want to know about this, because I always get things like that really affect me. I got really affected by the Madeleine McCann one years ago when that was happening, because she was the same age as my daughter at the time. So I don't like being pulled into these media things, but I did end up getting pulled into it because of the last thing that just made me think this is so weird was the fact her body has been discovered now and it was found by a psychic as well. So let me go through the Neptune themes then. So first of all, obviously she disappeared by a river. So that's Neptune number 1, and they sent police, divers, everything around there. It was a mystery because here's the timeline of what happened. So they had these texts and stuff. So she dropped off her kids to school at 8:40. She walked along the river with a Springer Spaniel dog, Willow. There's Willow as well. Willow, a tree that is found next to a river. So another Pisces theme. She sent an email to her employer at 8:53. At 8:57, she sent a text to a friend to arrange a play date for their children. Then she joined a Microsoft Teams call at 9:01, but she didn't have her phone, camera and microphone on at all. So she was just listening, but not, engaged really in it. I don't know if that's weird or not. Maybe she just wanted to listen to it, but she was on a walk, so she couldn't be bothered to, partake. Then she was last seen approximately 9:10 on a riverside field, walking with Willow off the lead. 9:20, her phone was believed to be in the vicinity of the riverside bench. And I was nearly going to use that time for the chart, but then I thought believed to be in the vicinity. We don't even know for sure. Then and seen with the last scene. I mean, she was obviously still alive then, and that was approximately as well. So that wasn't a solid time. And I like to go with a solid time for it to be meaningful. 9:30, the Teams call was ended by the host. Now this is the weird thing. At 9:33, a passerby discovered Bulley's mobile phone, which was still connected to the Teams call. So obviously, whatever happened to her, she still had the phone on. She didn't have a chance to turn it off. And if anybody took her, they obviously would get rid of the phone because it would be, be used to track them. So they would get rid of that, obviously. But that's the last kind of like, that time seems to be at 9:33. It's not approximately or anything. It was found at 9:33, which is really kind of the time for something's not right here. Where is the person that owns this phone? The dog was there as well on its own, the dog that said that showed no signs of being in the river. So that's, again, the police were saying in the beginning that she was in the river. She must have fallen in the river. And here we go. The second thing as well. She had apparently, and the police released this information, which was a little bit strange, suffered from issues relating to alcohol and perimenopause. Okay. And the police and health professionals attended the family home on 10th of January to respond to a concern for welfare. So did she try and kill herself? So they think that, so initially I think the police were saying that nothing suspicious apart from that, and maybe she just gone missing, or maybe she maybe killed herself, but there's no third party involved. It was just to do with her, which the family disputed. And maybe if she had alcohol issues, she could have drowned, again, Neptune double, in this river. And one of the Americans who saw the picture of the river Wire, he said, that doesn't look like a river. What is that? That's a tiny stream. Who's going to drown in that? Apparently, I mean, I don't know. I haven't been there. But yeah, that's a misleading picture because further down it is deeper, and apparently it's quite dangerous water. And the bench where her phone was found was actually, there's a sign saying dangerous water next to it. So again, it looks a little bit like a setup, which is another Neptune thing. Is it a setup? So, and then, the vulnerabilities, Neptune again, and alcohol, menopause. I don't know if that's a particularly Neptune thing. So that's it. And now she's being found. But it's kind of weird because they'd been searching all that time and then they never found her body. And then all of a sudden, a couple of days ago, they found it in some reeds next to the river by a psychic. And he's got a Facebook page as well. So, but then you see that he was there because there's another YouTuber who's got like the Nicola Bulley channel, and there's a film of the psychic. You see it's clearly him with the police. And it must have been like, I don't know, a couple of minutes afterwards or very near the time they found her. And this YouTuber guy is like there on the scene. And this place is deserted. People can just go there. And I don't know. I just think it's really strange that people can just go there and I don't know. Oh no, this is horrible. I've just read this too. Some members of the public tried to take photos of the body by climbing over the fence and pretending to be journalists. But even so, journalists, would they take a photo of the body? That's disgusting. And an invasion. No boundaries. Neptune. I mean, I'm sorry if me doing this is, I feel a bit awkward about doing this, because is this also, you know, being, am I contributing to this or not? So that's why I sort of held back from doing this. But it's just, the chart is so interesting. So, all right. Anyway, let's look at the chart, because I want it to be more about the astrology. So the chart has, for 9:33, which is the time I chose in the end. I mean, you could feasibly say that you could use the earlier time and Neptune would not be exactly on the ascendant. And obviously when Neptune's on the ascendant, it means that there's something not right about this, like the time isn't right or something. It's not right. But as a chart, it's kind of interesting because the moon is with Eris, and Eris moon, warrior queen. It's sort of Persephone from the underworld as well. And I just wonder, yeah, I mean, there's, on the outside, she's got everything. She's very pretty. She's got two, husband, two kids, walking her dog, everything, just, the normal happy family life. And is there something, that we don't know about? I don't know. I don't know if she was abducted, because Ceres is Persephone as well, and that's in the 8th house of the underworld. That would sort of suggest it, with Neptune, Jupiter opposite, and there's a grand trine, and then there's Mars at the lowest point in the chart on Aldebaran, which is the knight in shining armor. Again, you see, I don't want to say too much. I don't want to speculate. I think, all I can say really is everything that I've said so far. It's just very Neptune, isn't it? It's very Neptune. Neptune's rising. It's all a little bit weird. I mean, a lot of people have been saying, and I sort of think this too as well, is that, this, I don't think her body washed up from the river. It looks like it was put there afterwards. And again, this is all like fakery, which is Neptune. And where it was found, it was just by a road. You could see that it's just so near a road, so easy. There's no lights there. Yeah, somebody could have easily done that. Early hours in the morning. The police aren't surveying every car that goes around that area. It's quite a big area, but it's desolate, isn't it? So it looks like somebody took her and then took the body back. So I guess, once they've done the autopsy, we'll be able to know if drugs are involved. That's another Neptune things. If she had been drinking, I really doubt it. Who drinks at 9 a.m? Maybe people do, but I mean, I just don't, just doesn't make sense. She obviously drove to school. Do you think she'd drive to school inebriated at, 9 a.m? Yeah, I don't know. Is there anything else on this chart of concern? Well, the descendant is Alx, which is the Holy Grail. Again, Alx, alcoholic. Maybe there was a problem, but I don't think that's what, I don't think that's what killed her. I wonder if whoever abducted her, maybe they had the problem with alcohol, because when you think of the descendant, that's the open enemy or the assailant. So if she is Pisces, if she's Venus in Pisces there, because, pretty mother, beautiful, that's her. That's at 0 Pisces. And the assailant is going to be Mercury in Capricorn. What are the clues? Mercury. Someone younger? A friend? Yes, that's what I was going to say as well. I think, if the dog saw everything, you know, I mean, I don't know if there are any animal psychics out there who can read the dog's mind, because that's all we can go on. I know that's not scientific at all, but since the psychic found her, maybe that's the only way. But I was thinking, wouldn't it? There must have been tons of dog walkers around there at that time. Surely, if she was abducted, the dog would go insane. You know, that's what dogs do. They bark. But this is a Springer Spaniel. It's not a Doberman or anything too threatening. So, have we got any dog stars around here? We're serious. Oh, hang on, wait a minute. Corcorioli is one of the hunter dogs. That's the vertex, though. Interesting. Okay. Well, that is by the descendant. Was the assailant another dog walker that she knew, with a dog that knew her dog, so therefore he wasn't threatened by it, so the dog wouldn't bark? Don't know. See, look, I shouldn't be doing this. All right, then, look, I'll leave it at that. But look at that, Neptune rising. Say no more, really. Okay, then, so take care. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.